Hey everyone, welcome back to Trial and Error. Today I'm going to be trying a tutorial I've been seeing all over my TikTok feed and my Instagram, and it's the neon painting. Now to me the videos look super simple and you only really need like your basic painting supplies. In this case I decided to use acrylic paper instead of the canvas they tell you to use, just because that's what I had on hand at the moment, and I didn't feel like going out. But definitely it is up to you whether you choose to use canvas or any kind of painting paper. To start off with, you have to paint your entire canvas, or I guess in my case, acrylic painting paper black, just so you can get the same effect as, when you see a neon sign at night or in the dark, or maybe, at a club. It just hits a little different, After watching a lot of these TikToks though, I have to say pretty much all of the paintings turned out really cute, and you can essentially paint anything you want. So I'm hoping that I can get the same results and I can really get that neon effect, so fingers crossed. Afterwards, you're going to want to use your pencil to draw out the overall outline of your neon sign. It doesn't have to be the most defined or clear right now, but something I do want to note is that when you are choosing your initial design to start off with, I definitely would recommend something with fewer lines and on, the simpler side, just so it would be easier for you when you get to the later steps, just because having that extra space in between lines would really help. Now, following the instructions from the TikTok video, up next is outlining your design using white paint. You're supposed to be painting like this super thin and ideally really smooth line, because jagged lines seem like a strange design choice and you just don't get the same effect. But my brushes are old and uncared for, so they were a bit frayed at the end, which means that even though they were small and on the thinner side, it definitely made it a lot harder to make a smooth and consistent line. As you can probably tell, I ended up having some really uneven lines, but at the moment I didn't think it was anything too bad, and it wasn't anything that I could fix by going over it a couple times or covering it up, I guess, in future steps. Once you finish that, you should outline the white with your next in-between colors. Now, the videos made this look so easy. I don't get what kind of magic brushes they were using. As you can maybe tell, mine was turning out a little less than ideal, I'd say. I also somehow managed to get paint covering the white lines or even in the corner of my paper, which how my paintbrush literally didn't even go there. Now, through all of this, I was just staring at it and it looked really bad, but I wanted to somehow fix it, so enjoy this clip of me regretting my life decisions and trying to come up with ways to somehow fix this. In the end, I decided to flip the process by starting with the darkest color instead of the white. So I essentially started over and I had to cover it with a thicker outline of dark green, just because I was covering it up. I had to go over it a lot to get the full coverage. So if you're just starting with the darkest color, you might not have to do this if your paint layer is opaque enough. I'm going back in now with the in-between color, and this time it still wasn't exactly the best in terms of smoothness, as you can tell, but it definitely was better than the first time around. Keep in mind, all of these time lapses are 500% of the actual speed, so this definitely wasn't the quickest process. Afterwards, you just have to use the white paint again to create the innermost lines, and really just making sure that it pops out and there's no transparency in any of the paint layers to get the full effect. Now here's the final product, which really was just okay. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our blog. I had extra paint, so yes, I drew Mike Wazowski.